So what do you guys think? Let's just go in order, starting with you, Reynolds. What could you advise on time management and organization?
You gotta prioritize what's going to put money in your pocket first and what's going to help you grow the deal as well. When you look at it from that perspective, I remember, I guess, being an RJ and an MGA. I wanted to prioritize growth, right? So what I would do is I would take 1 month and say, hey, this month I'm going to focus on production. This month I'm going to focus on recruiting. This month I'm going to focus on development. But then when you break that down, now you want to do this with your agents. You want to make sure they understand in the morning, do your admin. In the afternoon, early afternoon, do your development. At the, from 3 to 9, go sell. Keep it that simple. Don't overcomplicate the schedule. So if I'm looking at it from a management standpoint, I want to grow consistently, and I want to do that over a quarter. I want to teach an agent to understand the simplification of a daily process when it comes to understanding their schedule. And if they understand their schedule, eventually I could sell them the vision on being a leader and while we focus on things on a grand scale. So if they don't understand the simple stuff, there's no way they're going to understand the complex stuff.
I love it. So stick to the 3 main sections. Cool.
Right.
Corey?
Trying to keep it in 2 minutes for everyone's sake here. Number one, with time management, you got to understand you're never going to control time. Time 100% controls you, but the more you do to plan and schedule, the more you can manage your time. The most powerful tool you have in time management is the ability to say no to things that don't require time and don't pay money. So whether it's agents, whether it's tasks, you're going to sleep for a third of your life. Don't spend the other third on social media. Like, control your time. Recognize you're building a business. This is not 9 to 5. This is sun up to sundown. Have every single thing scheduled for the day after and stick to it no matter what. If you start getting off schedule, you got to have alerts on your phone saying, am I swaying? Am I swaying? And have someone check in on you to make sure of that. But again, if you don't have your days scheduled weekly, monthly, etc., you're more susceptible to falling off track.
So stick to the schedule and know what to say no to. Cody.
I feel like this is life imitating art. The time management crew has to jam-pack their notes in 2
That's what I
minutes.
was thinking.
All right, but I'm going to only give 2 minutes, and it's going to be juice. It's going to be good shit. 2 things. First is organization, okay? Albie talked about it earlier. No one's seeing the parking lot anymore for a lot of you, especially those of you that want to go virtual. They don't care what you drive. They don't care what you like, the clothes that you have, the house, none of that. If you are unorganized, but you think because you got money, your people will not judge you and they will not move away from you in respecting you, you are wrong. You die very quickly when you are unorganized, late for meetings, forgetting meetings, don't got the Zoom link, don't know licensing, don't know how to get people in touch with the right people at home office. You got to be on point with that shit. You can't just be cool in virtual. So organization is very important. And for the time management part, I'm going to focus on just essays because a lot of us, we've learned in the last couple hours how important essays are. When you are helping an essay, understand they don't know how to make a schedule for themselves. They don't. Keep it easy for them, all right? Tell them 80 to 90% of your income is still coming from your personal production. So 80 to 90% of your schedule should still have to do with your personal production, because the other thing you're doing, training, guess what? It's going to happen from osmosis from you doing those things. Tell them to make it very easy. Build the perfect agent. Have your essay, literally write it down. Build the perfect agent on paper. And then do that. It sounds kind of funny, right? But then it's like, oh, shoot. All right, what is that? What do they do? Oh, they do 2 hours of calls in the mornings. Oh, okay, got to start doing that. Okay, well, what else do they use? The scripts. All right, got to keep doing that. So on and so forth. But the 80 to 90% part is key, because that's what happens with essays, right? They get into the role. They think they've got all this other stuff to focus on. They have to do all these new things. All of a sudden, they're writing 800 a week when they were dropping 3,500. Now they can't pay the bills. They don't want to code business away. It's an issue. So be all over them on your schedule should barely change. We can teach you recruiting as you go. We can teach these things as you go, but you got to keep the money coming in. And that's going to be personal production when you're first getting rolling.
100%. Let's go. All right, guys. Thank you, time management panel, for that